welcome back. I'm Dan from I Steel Can. So, I departed the palace in the bed no breakfast with the transmission problem looming overhead. Fearful that I might disintegrate on the way back, I did not trailer any of the equipment or the plates or my new Aquile fence posts to be, because I was afraid that if I did disintegrate on the way down, I didn't want to have to deal with that stuff on the back of the bed no breakfast and have the van trailered and towed to the guy's shop. So anyways, it was uneventful. It did lock up on me 10 times until I got to the freeway, and then when I put it in neutral twice, when I dropped it back out into drive to go, the truck stalled. So that torque converter was definitely an issue. But once I got on the freeway, set to cruise, I didn't stop for another 170 something miles, and the off ramp, I think it was in Jerome, was a long off ramp due to the construction. So I just let it idle all the way down, got to the intersection, and it didn't stall. Fueled up, and the rest of the trip was uneventful, which is what I really need at the moment, is uneventful. So I called the guy on the way down, and he had a truck on the lift. He said, I'm not going to get this one done until Friday, so next week I'll get you in. So on Tuesday I dropped the car off, rented a car, got a hotel room, and on Friday I picked up the bed no breakfast, and now we are up here and I have to accomplish something. My plan is to check the antifreeze freeze protection level on the Beast and on the excavator. I'm trying to think of a name for the excavator. I got a couple rattling around in my head, but if you want to comment and come up with a name, a term of endearment, let's say, for the excavator, I would be beholden. Anyway, it's about 45 degrees here this morning, nice and sunny. Rained a couple days ago, I guess, so everything looks kind of wet. So I think I'm past the fear of a fire. So I have all this debris that I moved and bulldozed over to get in here. I think I'm going to pile it up and release the carbon dioxide into the atmosphere so the rest of the plants and trees in the world can breathe. How's that? So I also picked up a tarp for the excavator, and it is kind of large, and I had that stretched completely over the excavator and strapped down, but apparently the wind and Mother Nature wanted to look at the excavator, and they blew it off. And it also, the tarp on the generator. So I got a couple extra things on my list I need to accomplish. So we're going to retarp that, straighten that out, check the freeze protection, and then put the shanks on. But I'm going to have a problem with the shanks because I need a cheetah bar to lean up against the side of the bucket and tighten the bolt because the Ryobi 1/2-inch impact wrench is not strong enough to tighten down those close tolerance lock nuts. So either way, I got a couple obstacles in my way, I guess, today. But as long as the sun stays out and it warms up a little bit, it should be a joyous day. All right, here I go. I'm going to get to work. All right, let's see. Let's see what we have in here. Alright, I'm going to be very mindful of the bulb and not dropping it. Uh-oh, now what happened? Come on. Shit. It's fucking cold. It's cold. Okay. Alright, because that tube is too short, I had to push the bulb down. Now that it's cold here, the rubber is really tight, and I gotta warm it up and pull it back without damaging it. There's always something here, always something. Alright, there we go. There we go. Let's see, let's not drop that in there. So basically, what do we got here? We got 2.5. Two. So we're gonna go with 2 balls. So on this 2 balls is +5. 5 degrees. So I got +5 degrees Fahrenheit. So that means if the temperature gets down to 5 degrees, it won't freeze. If it gets below 5 degrees, it will freeze. Now, okay. Looks like we're a little low on the antifreeze. It's not above the baffle. Alright, looks like I'm going to have to fill it up and then run it and then recheck it. Alright, that's the way things go. Yep. So it's been a couple weeks since the beast has been started, and there was some ice on the cover for the exhaust. So I'm getting smoke, but no ignition. Let me give it a squirt of ether and carry on. Gave it a snort, but it didn't like it. I'm wondering if my plastic line that I got running back there come off. Let's see. No. It's still in there. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Put 2 gallons of antifreeze in the radiator, and that brought the level up. Now I'm just going to circulate it, and then I'll check it again, because the antifreeze that I put in there was rated to -40, and so I need to mix it with the old stuff and to see what the freeze protection is. In the meantime, the wind's starting to pick up, and I'm not too happy about that. It's kind of chilly at 40. Plus I got some ice on that door stack cover. So it must have been colder last night than 45. Either way, we're moving along today. Slowly but surely we're going to get it accomplished. See you in a few. Oh, dumbass, I got rocks under the tires. Always in a rush, right? Always in a rush. All right. Whoop. Chocks are out. Getting a little better at the one-handed climb. I should back it down. Damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna turn around and face it the other way. Let's hit reverse. Lower the bucket so I can see what I'm doing here. ready. Set the brakes. Shut her down. All right, that should have been enough to stir up the antifreeze a bit. Let's check the. Yeah. Damn it, I'm on a bad angle now. I can't. Let's see. I don't think there's enough in there for me to grab. Yep, not enough in there. All right. I guess I'm gonna have to find another level spot. Okay. Let's leave that there. See if I can, without knocking it over. So I'm at 1. Yep, at 1 ball. That's only good to plus 20. Plus 20, it's probably good enough, but I'd prefer it a little bit better. All right, so I placed all the shanks in place. And the guy says that I'm going to be able to tighten that up to adjust that gap. And I'm saying no way. So what do you think? All right. That one. All right, the gap is good. That one. All right, the gap is on the top. Right? So there's no way that gap is going to get tightened up. Right? No way. Right? No way. No way. So here we go, right? Oh, well, you can shim it. You know how long is it going to take me to make shims? Like, how much more time do I have? I ordered these in July, right? And playing games. Everybody's playing games. So, anyway. All right. I'll see you in a few. Now I'm short one bolt. I hope it's in the bed and breakfast. When I tried to tighten that one down with the impact gun, because the hole is a 0.88, 7/8 almost, in the bucket and 7/8 in the shank, but I'm using 3/4 bolts to take up any misalignment or allow for any misalignment. When I went to tighten that one down, the bolt wobbled and it damaged the threads. So I had to take it to the shop and get another nut that wasn't close tolerance and work out the kink in the threads. So hopefully I left that in the bed and breakfast and not in my toolbox. All right, here we go. We're gonna do it the hard way. Alright, that's battery number 3, and I've figured out the placement of the wrenches in order to get this accomplished. So, to tighten this one first, put this socket over the threads to protect the threads. I mean, I know they're going to get damaged once I start using it, but I'll wait for that problem to arise. I don't want to damage them if I have to take it off. So, and on this back one, I just lay it in this channel here, and the wrench lays up in the channel. So the order of tightening is this one first, this one second. So that's what GoPro battery number 5, I think. I just put it in from walking around the bed no breakfast to right now. I went from 3 bars down to 1. So unbelievable. Okay, so change of plan, or plan D, right? So I put the pry bar in the hole because I'm tired of fighting it, and that seems to be working. So now let's see if I can get the pry bar out and put the other bolt back in. Trying to expedite the process here. Installed, except for this one now. I'm on the final stretch here to tighten it down and give it an extra quarter turns, and I believe my ratchet has just broke. Alright, so I just destroyed a ratchet. Yep. So one Craftsman 1/2-inch drive wrench destroyed. Let me go get another wrench. Now I'm in a bit of a pickle. So apparently when I was at the Palace and I went through the toolboxes to clean them out, I had 3 1/2-inch drive ratchets in one box. So it's fighter jets in the valley. I'm sure you hear that, right? Hope they're Oz. So I'm sure I said to myself, oh, why do you need 3 1/2-inch drive ratchets? And I took 2 of them out. I left one in there. And then the breaker bar. I had a breaker bar in the box, and I must have put it back in my toolbox up at the Palace. Well, that limits me now to what I wanted to do, or what I need to do. But I hope I don't get a flat, because I need that ratchet to take the lug nuts off. Then again, I have the 1/2-inch impact Ryobi, that should do it. But anyway, so I got this adjustable here. Let's see if I can get on there and get the last bit of... No, there's no way I'm getting on that. Alright, well, that one's tight, but it's not torque tight. I guess it doesn't matter anyway. I gotta get a torque wrench and then the right torque for a 3/4 16 bolt, grade 8, and then torque them to spec. So I guess I'm dead. I'm stuck. But I'm not dead, because I actually finished. I got them all in. So I had what? Say A, B, C, D, E, F. So I had 6.
changes in the plan in order to make it efficient. Now I know the Japanese have a saying for that, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. So if anybody knows what that saying is in Japanese for continually to work a job and work out all the inefficiencies, put it down in a post or a comment.